Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. As you know, we all know, it appears that United board still have hope and believe Ole is still the man for the job. Despite we, the fans, can see the wheels have completely fallen off. But in Ole's mind and the board's mind, he can still put the wheels back together and we keep moving on fine margins and we go again. To me, today I have with me Adam from Australia. Adam, welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, mate? All right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good. Yeah.
It seems he's still there.
Yeah.
He's like a bad smell that won't go away. You
Yeah,
put air freshener everywhere. He's like, it's still there.
Look, the biggest thing at the moment is, we all know that Pogba's in negotiations and stuff like that. And, it seems like he may even sign something at the moment. And, it just becomes one problem after another, doesn't it? So, yeah, it's concerning at the moment what's going on. Ollie's on holidays, and
is that a much needed holiday?
Mate, you'd think he'd be in the office trying to work it out. So
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a weird one for me. All the players.
Yeah,
I think England played this morning, so. My team, Malta, they got absolutely whipped by Croatia, 7-1. So, so the island of Malta really struggled.
Are they going to make it, mate? Or they're done?
No, they're done. Yeah. No, they're probably, I think they're 1 point away from a record points numbers. So they've done all right. They're second last in their group. But, it's only a small island. So, but they're doing all right and they're improving today. Today it actually reminded me of watching United. They try and play out of the back, but just can't do it. So it was nearly exactly the same. So, it's
with Ole still apparently at the wheel. The fans, you could all see, because actually a poll was done after the Man City game, and 90% of fans, 90%. Said it's time for him to step down. So a lot of people were expecting going to be sacked on Monday morning. But actually, it wasn't the case. Today is now nearly 5 days after. He's come out, but we've not heard anything from the club saying they're still backing him. All we've heard is like the club still believe he needs more games. Where are you with this? At more games to see if he could turn it around? Where are you with this?
It's tough. Like you've got to divide yourself between the player and the manager, right? So if you're looking at the manager and then you look at the current clubs that are around, the other clubs haven't hesitated to get rid of their manager.
No,
they haven't hesitated. Now today we saw that Gerrard signed for Villa. So. Not that we want Gerrard at United, that's for sure.
Hell no.
But I'm hearing, the Leicester coach is the number one.
Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan
What do you
Rodgers
think?
Is he better than Ollie? I don't know. Well, he won the FA Cup, so he's won a trophy.
He's won a trophy. With a team not as good.
In my opinion, it doesn't matter who comes into the job, right? Because United fans are that fickle, if unless you're winning trophies, you're no good. So it doesn't matter who comes into the job, you've got to be winning trophies. So somebody else comes in, doesn't win trophy for, let's say, 2 years, everyone's going to be on his ass to get out again. So I can't say I want Ollie out, but I can't say I want him in either. So sometimes it's better the devil you know.
And I think that is where the Glazers stand, the hesitance, the reluctance. But you got to also say, from what you're seeing, can he improve this? Because it's like we've gone over this. You've been on the podcast with us and with me, with Joe, with, UK, USA, the whole global thing. But it comes down to, with everything he has at his disposal, we can't see he's even thinking of using Sanchez as a wing back. That alone, I said, he got to go, mate. After all that, wing back, really, mate?
The thing that look, I never listened to anything Michael Owen's got to say, but yeah, he made real sense the other day for once, where he turned around and said, Ollie brings in players to patch up positions. He doesn't bring players in to take the club forward and build on it, which made really a lot of sense.
True.
With Klopp, when it came to the bigger games, he had the players there that couldn't step up, so he got rid of them and he brought in players that could take up the position and play his style of play. I don't think we're doing that, and definitely no, we're not doing that. The thing is, everyone's forgetting this time last year we were leading the comp. We were actually leading the Premier League this time last year, and 12 months later, we really should be battling relegation, because it's only that other teams are keeping us in that top six at the moment. So it is a tough one, but even though the games that we've won this year, I don't believe we've been a better team. So, I don't think Ollie's going to improve us. I don't think he's going to improve us this season. But if he is, it's got to be in a hurry. We've got Watford when the boys all come back. We've got players now coming out who are going to be on international duties, and they'll be telling their fellow teammates what's been going on at United. Next minute you see there'll be, stories coming out. You had Maguire at the last game say, we're not unified, and the next minute the press said it to Ollie, and Ollie was surprised by it. So it's just an absolute shit show. Maguire threw
I think he threw
Ollie under the bus. Yeah, Maguire completely threw Ollie under the bus, and
which was very surprising coming from him, considering his performance has been dreadful.
Yeah. The thing about it is, look, for me, if Ollie's still there for the Watford game, Ollie needs to step up and drop Maguire for that comment. You know what I mean? As a captain. Now, you can't have your captain going against anything that you're saying. That's Pogba's job. He does that better than anyone.
And plus, if you're gonna say it, you gotta back it up with a cabinet of trophies. You know what I mean? Let's just say as is, with nothing on your resume, no trophies. You can't pump your chest down and say, you know what, we are not playing good enough. You know what, you got nothing, bro. You're part of that little problem that is still there. Have been dreadful.
The other problem we've got is, David De Gea has been our best player, yet we're still copping 4 goals a game. You know what I mean? We're still copping. He's our best player. One thing that frustrates me the most is our fans are so blindsided by Ronaldo. They give him friggin', player of the month 2 times in a row.
No, the reason is I see. I had this discussion with a few friends, and I see where most of them come in. Yes, the guy has saved us. If he's saving us, right, someone has to put the ball in the net. You see what I mean? So if you look at it from both sides, exactly. So look at the Atlanta game. We were about to lose. We were literally about to lose that game.
Who kept us in the game, but?
Yes, he kept us in the game up to 2-1.
But that's his job.
So yeah, he kept us in the game. He kept us in the game to 2-1.
And it's Ronaldo's job to score goals.
Yeah. So if Ronaldo didn't score that goal,
fan favorite.
So if Ronaldo didn't score the goal, then
De Gea wins the monthly award.
Yeah, but we lose the game.
It's a joke. It's a piss take. If we lose the game, 2-0. De Gea wins Player of the Month.
Yeah,
but because we win the game,
we're not
Ronaldo wins it.
Champions. We're not leaving that group. We're leaving the group.
Okay, say De Gea lets the goals in. De Gea lets the goals in.
Right.
And Ronaldo scores.
So do the reverse. Do the reverse, right?
Yeah.
The guy concedes the goals. Ronaldo doesn't score the goals, or do the reverse. So
we'll play.
Let's go to the. Let's start with the Villarreal game. Let's start Villarreal game. We were leading 2-0. Could have been 4, right? He keeps us in the game, keeping us in the game at 2-0.
Exactly.
United come back, win 3-2, right?
Yeah.
But someone has to put the ball in the net, right?
Yeah, but someone also has to save him.
Yeah.
And he's doing it week after week.
So he's done his part. Someone has to do their part. So it's only two of them doing their parts.
Okay, so
one
what about
saving, one
Liverpool?
scoring.
What about Liverpool? De Gea made 5 saves. What about the City
We lost
game?
5-0.
Yeah, but Ronaldo didn't score. Ronaldo didn't do his job.
There
What
was
about the City game?
one. There
What
was
about the
nothing
City
there to
game?
do.
The City game was 2-0. City game was 2-0.
Right.
De Gea
That
made
was
4 or
worse than
5
Liverpool,
saves.
game, bro. That was worse than
Did
Liverpool.
Ronaldo score? Did Ronaldo score?
No.
So he's not doing his job. So how does
Yeah,
he
you
win
could.
player of the
Okay,
month?
yeah,
Tell me.
I see your point. But at the same time, if you look at it, if Ronaldo's not doing his job,
Mate. De Gea is doing his job, but and he's doing it week after week after week. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Ronaldo is our problem because he's not. He's not our problem. But I think De Gea is doing his job a lot better than Ronaldo. But I don't think Ole's allowing the team to help Ronaldo either.
I would say both of them have kept United in a place where it couldn't be worse.
If Ronaldo was in goals for Manchester United, who wins it? Ronaldo.
Right. Okay. So take out De Gea in the team, take out Ronaldo from the team. Say you had Henderson and no Ronaldo. I think Ole would have been gone. I think he would have been gone, bro. I think he would have been gone. Because you got to see the one that really stands out is like the Villarreal game, the Atalanta game. Take those two crucial Champions League games out. Take De Gea out of the game. Take Ronaldo out of the game. I think we're heading straight to Europa League, bro. By this time, we would have been in Europa League already.
Yeah, but it's hypothetical, isn't it? So we can't really talk about that. So the United's.
They're the only two people who are. They're the only two people keeping Ole in a job. They're the only two people keeping Ole in a job.
Yeah, that's right. And Maguire and Shaw are doing their best for Ole to get the same. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. If Watford, if Maguire's still captain by the Watford game, now Ole's got nothing. Ole has dead set got nothing. Because for the captain to go against the manager, and he did. He clearly has thrown him under the bus with that comment. And now you're seeing all these comments come out by Bruno. Now you got Pogba's injured again. So, and he's looking at signing a new contract. It's just so disappointing when there was so much hype around it at the beginning of the year.
Someone sent me a question. What will it take for Ole to be fired? He didn't get fired at 5-0, not a 2-0, not a 4-2 against Leicester. What will it take for him to be fired?
If he doesn't qualify for Champions League, he'll be gone. He will see. Look, there's two options. The only other option I see is he will see the end of the year, or he'll be gone by
end
Christmas.
of the calendar year or end of the season.
End of the season. Yeah, there's a lot of talk.
That's a
about
long way, bro. That's 6 months.
I know it is. Yeah.
But
there's no. I cannot see any improvements in this team. I really can't. It's like United. They're offering Pogba another. What's Pogba done for us? What has he done for us besides cause trouble?
Up, down. Inconsistent.
He's 28 years old, and well, mate, he's 28, and he's
the funny thing.
And I've seen him play live. So, and look, he's an unbelievable player, and he's a big man at that too. But he's not playing. He prefers to play on the left as well.
Right.
So again, Ole's playing players out of position and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it always comes back to Ole.
Yeah. So why does he play them out of position? Why do you have round pegs and square holes?
Well, he's not confident in his players. It's as simple as that, isn't it? And he plays systems where he's got that many attacking players that he can't use them all in the one side.
Lingard has completely disappeared. And Martial.
Yeah. And Donny gets his 10 minutes. Got his 10 minutes. If he doesn't play against Watford, but what do you got to lose? That's what I don't get. You can't do any worse. Every time he puts out a team, it's not the right way anyway. So I don't understand what Ole's fear is, because every time he puts out a lineup, they never seem to want to be successful anyway. So it's hard to get your head around, really, because every time you come and do a pod, it's a negative pod because you're trying to work out. Even when you listen to the other boys in the UK do their podcast, they've all just thrown their hands up in the air now, and you listen to Rio Ferdinand's. Rio Ferdinand's come out and
I think he said it's time for Ole to move.
That's it. Yeah, and he said it correctly. He said if I'm able to criticize a player, I should be able to criticize a manager, and I cannot have double standards there. So
Gary Neville is the one that I'm not surprised, but disappointed to a point.
Yeah. But they're always going to back their mate, aren't they?
But Keane, you heard what Keane said.
Oh, yeah. Roy Keane was, if he got hold of Ollie was in trouble.
Yeah. So I think the reality is beginning to sink. I think the Man City game showed a lot that we are so far away from Manchester City.
Even I'm hearing things about Carrington now. Carrington's really run down and stuff like that. So, I mean, that comes from the board. So it's huge problems at United, just not Ollie. Everything up top as well, they're not willing to spend any money. You still got leaks in the stadium and everything like that. And, it's becoming... It's so disappointing, you see all these legends behind me. Imagine what they're thinking. They'll be rolling in their graves, some of them,
Did you see or read what Paul Parker said?
Yeah. Well,
about Maguire.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he wants him out.
Yeah. He said he doesn't know how he became the captain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like, Maguire came in, and within a month, within a month he became captain?
Yeah.
How does that even happen? Yeah, you look at the captains we've had, long-serving captains, Steve Bruce, Roy Keane, Steve Bruce and Roy Keane. Let's have a look just there. Come on, man. How is he in the same category as those two blokes?
I want to know, was Maguire the England captain at the time?
I think he was, yeah. I think he was at the time. 100%, but look, you got, as soon as it went Ashley Young, that was the other one for me. Ashley Young got the captaincy, come on, man. Like, you're absolutely taking the piss here.
I think Ashley Young, Valencia, to me, were just a waste of space, a waste of time, because they were just there out due to our seniority, as in being there the longest. But leadership-wise,
well, Maguire hasn't been there the longest, has he? Like, De Gea should have it.
Well, yeah.
De Gea should have it. Well, maybe De Gea doesn't want it. I've seen him have it on occasions, but he's,
Yeah, I think there was one press conference he did, and he exposed Ole. Then I think he got stripped of the captaincy because he went on BBC and was talking that was last season or season before. So he was interviewed and he was saying, I think it was just those typical days whereby United were playing some poor football, and he said, the team was being very poor, and the next thing was he was taken off the captaincy because he was the deputy captain, I think, at the time, and he was stripped.
Yeah, you could got players like Gary Neville that have been captain. I still remember the game when Peter Schmeichel was playing at City, and Gary Neville's in the change room, in the tunnel with Schmeichel. Schmeichel's looked over to shake his hand. He's gone to shake his hand, and Gary Neville's just turned his head and gone, well, I'm not shaking your hand. Players like Wayne Rooney. Imagine what Bobby Charlton's thinking now. The poor guy. It's like he's in his 80s, 85. He wants to be enjoying United, at this age. I don't think he goes to games anymore because of his.
They've not shown him for a long time, actually. They've not shown him.
well, he's got dementia now, I think, and the poor fella. It's like it'd be devastating for these guys. You got Paddy Crerand that goes to the games. He's at a lot of the games. Mark, our chairman's good mates with him. I've had Mark in this cave with me, and he's been on the phone to Paddy. And Paddy's walking out his door, going out to a game, and he's got to go and watch this shit show. Poor bloke, Like it's gone from winning the titles with United, winning Champions League. They won a Champions League on the back of Munich 10 years later. They were fighting for something. They put these are players that sweat, blood, everything for Manchester United. And these guys, can you see these guys busting their ass? I just don't see that. And this is what Manchester United's built on. Even through the 70s, even though we got relegated in the 70s, most of the younger
they play some good, entertaining football.
Probably don't even realise that we got relegated in 74.
Yeah.
Then we come back 75. Go through. We stop in the 70s. We stopped Liverpool winning a treble in 77. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the crowds were still massive through those days.
Yeah, and they played good football, entertaining, lightning pace, not this playing the back
bullshit,
six at home.
Yeah, okay, look, we went through a long period of time before we won the league again.
Right.
I think could have been nearly 20-something years, 20 to 30 years before we did win the league again in 92?
93.
93, yeah. So we did go through that long period, where it all did fail. So, look, it's a hard one because no one can predict the future, can they? And everyone talks about, Fergie had, he's done everything he did and stuff like that. I know Ollie doesn't have anything there and he hasn't won anything. Can he win something? From what you see, no.
Exactly. That is why the fans are saying,
but then we're in a generation where it's a results game now. It's taken me a long time to realise this because I was always the type of, I'm the 90s fan, I'm the 80s fan, early 2000s fan, where you didn't want your manager changed all the time and stuff like that. And as much as it was a result-based game, well, fortunate enough, I'm 47 years old and I have had I don't remember much through the 70s, but I have read books now. I was born in 74, the year that we were relegated. And I've read the books and the 80s, we still weren't winning much. We
two
won
FA Cup.
We won, a couple of FA Cups. And
two community shields.
That's right. And in Australia, we didn't really have, we only had highlights, so we didn't have much. But I was fortunate enough, I had an uncle that was a season pass holder and he used to fly back to Australia all the time and stuff like that and heard a lot of stories. And, it was endless, my information with Manchester United. And then our supporters club started up in 94 where we got VHS tapes sent to us of highlights and we got telegrams from United and stuff like that. It's tough because I don't believe fans get to see all that anymore.
No,
they don't get to see all that anymore. Everything's read online and everything like that.
Yeah.
In Australia, well, we're lucky we get to see every single game. We get to see every single game.
Same with us out here.
Yeah, in the UK, you don't get to see that unless you're going to it. So it's tough. Like I still remember going to supporter club meetings in the 90s and it used to be packed. It used to be packed all the time, And, we had our first one since lockdown on the weekend and we had to watch the shit show against City. We had a good turnout. We had 60, 70 people there and it was really good. And, but, it's fortunate that we're not getting the results at the moment. No. And I want to sit here and say, I want to back Ollie and I really believe he can win something for us. And everyone wants that, but it's not going to happen.
Look at the...
You don't see improvements, and that's the biggest problem. You don't see any improvements.
So you have Leicester, 4 goals conceded. Then the next game after that was Liverpool, 5 goals conceded. That's 9 in 2 games. Then we go to Spurs, we score 3. That changes the difference from 9-3. Then we played City, concede 2. Play Atalanta, concede 2. It's like we can't even keep a clean sheet, bro. It's an average of 2 a game. Average.
Well, look, all the first thing that Ollie said at his press conference after the City game was, we have to remember this is Manchester City.
Oh my God.
No, sorry. He said, you have to remember this is a very good team. You know, can you imagine Fergie coming out and saying that?
No way.
No way. At least get angry. Get angry with your team that they didn't perform for you. You're allowed to get angry with your team without coming out and dropping names and stuff like that. You're allowed to come and do that. You know, maybe the fans would like to see Ollie come in and just go, this wasn't good enough, that wasn't good enough. Show some anger, instead of smiling all the time.
I think that is just a defense mechanism to hide the anger and frustration.
100%. Yeah.
I think, honestly, from this point now, I think he's just trying to save his job. So he would rather play an 8-man defense, not to lose the game and get a draw than losing. So he's playing it safe to save his job.
Look, you've got Bruno. Look, the other one this week was Bruno Fernandes. With senior players feeling they're not getting enough tactical direction. That's another one that's coming out. Ronaldo coming out being alarmed about the tactical direction as well, and the standards have dropped in the club.
See, I mean, you got to see when he joined in 2003, Beckham had just left. United was still the league holders. That was now when Mourinho came in the mix, 2005. 2004, United won FA Cup. 2005, it was Chelsea. 2006, Chelsea. So this was when Fergie was building Ronaldo and Rooney.
Yeah.
And with Zaha and Nistelrooy. That 2006, 2007, they won the title. 2006, 2007, 2008. They had now got a super team. Then we throw in Tevez in there, But
look, but Fergie was building towards something. You can't see Ollie building towards anything.
That's what I'm saying. That is why fans want him out.
That's the thing. Look, as much as Paul Ince, does my head in at times, he's very bitter on United, Ince. But, he's even come out and says, Ollie's taking the piss out of Van der Beek. It is. It's really, really disappointing that our club's got to this now. And as a fan, it's killing the fans. But then what happens if we get another manager in? And we're talking about other managers. I've got no idea about any other manager. But the one thing I do know is every time another club gets another manager, they seem to do all right. That's the thing. Players come out, they want to improve for their manager. They want to prove that their worth is very on the pitch. So, and it was no different when Ollie came in for Mourinho. It was no different.
I remember Mourinho talking, and he was literally berating Mourinho, saying Mourinho doesn't know the United way. He doesn't know the United philosophy. He doesn't know the United DNA. United are a team that plays attacking football. So I'm now thinking, we don't see the attacking football Ole's been playing. We really don't.
No.
So he's actually, the stats have shown, do you know that, Adam? He's now more defensive than Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What happened? What happened? What happened to, we play attacking football. This is United, blah, blah, blah. What happened? Because he wants to save his job.
That's it. Look, Ollie's week to week at the moment. And he is. I think he's scared, to lose his job. It's a tough one. Look, I don't know. And he is. He's scared. I was looking at stats the other day about we're 26 in the league for pass turnovers or tackles and stuff like that, and this is just a shambles. I watched West Ham's game this morning actually against Liverpool, and oh man, did you see the game? West Ham Liverpool.
I saw highlights.
How organised were they on corners?
Very organised.
They're very organised. They knew what they had to do, and they play a similar structure to us. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show that you can put two managers together, and one team's following directions and the others isn't. The players have got to take some blame here as well. It's not just Ole. You can play against City and still put in effort, but there was none of that. There was no effort. And then you
put in effort when you can get the ball. You notice we could not get the ball, bro. That's the problem. That's the embarrassing part.
Yeah.
They said the piper who sings the tune, the piper who plays the tune, plays the pipe, dictates the tune. We could not get the ball. So they kept the ball from us. And every time we got the ball, they harassed us so quick, we lost the ball again. So it's like, here you go. All right, we're going to take the ball back. Here you go. We'll take it back. That's the problem. You see? Even Mika Richard, Jamie Carragher, there's another guy. They've all said, even Graham Souness, who I cannot stand, he did say, honestly, from all indications, you would expect these guys who are ex-City, ex-Liverpool, keep the guy on. He's doing to benefit them. They're saying, this guy is not good enough. They've seen it in week out. Like, tactically, he has not. You see, like I said, you were saying the players play to instruction. You give them a formula. I need you to do blah, 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 blah. But when the formula he gives them doesn't work, I think everything's thrown out the window. It's now free for all. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
you see how Pep did it. The last two Premiership games, United have beaten City by playing, keep sitting deep and counter-attack. Pep realized, you know what? I'm not going to fall for that trick again. No, I'm not. Ole was thinking he was going to do the same counter-attack. I'm going to sit deep, put Rashford out, Rashford and Ronaldo, and you could hit on the break. They didn't even get the ball, let alone counter-attack. We couldn't even see the ball to counter-attack with. That was how bad it was. If you think about it, how can a home team the size, the magnitude of Man United, the home team have 30% possession, 30%, not away, at home, in front of 75,000. That tells you a lot, bro. That tells you a lot. It's 30%, not even 50, not even 45, 30 in 90 minutes. And you have one corner kick at home, bro.
Yeah.
No, you should be fired. The manager has to be fired just for the abysmal performance.
Yeah, it's gutless. It really is. It's gutless football.
People say, we didn't concede 5. Like I said, it's not so much as in the goal, it's the manner. Like I've said this on this channel so many times. I don't mind losing. It's the manner in which we lose. That's the problem. We all lose. Teams lose every now and then. You lose tight games. But with us, we don't lose. We lose humiliatedly. We get humiliated. We get just, whereby they're just going to embarrass you. Like, you know what? We're just going to make you realize you're not in our class. You're just you're not in our category. Just keep moving.
Yeah, it's
like we don't even exist. Put it that way.
Yeah, we've said it on this show plenty of times about other teams looking better than us at home, or no matter where we play.
Everton at Old Trafford, 1-1. Should have been 2-1. They got the goal disallowed. It's like every team has a formation to beat us, and we don't have a formation That's it. Like I said, it just seems freestyling.
Yeah.
And I was
I
talking
mean,
to, like I said, I was talking to a
United
few
have
guys. Go on.
conceded 11 goals at home this term. So, and then you got Newcastle United, who have conceded 13. You know what I mean? Who are at the bottom of the table. So that's how bad we're going.
That's what. So and one guy pulled it up to me, and I realized. He said, in Champions League we played Young Boys, Villarreal, Atalanta, 4 games. So 2 goals against we scored 1 against Young Boys, 3 against Villarreal. That's 3. That's 4. We had 2 against Atalanta. That's 6. And what was the first leg against Atalanta? What was the score in the first leg? Was it 3-2 as well?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was the comeback. That was the
comeback. Yeah.
So 3. So we scored 5 goals against Atalanta, 5 plus 1 against Young Boys, and 2 against Villarreal.
I would love to be a fly on the wall after a game. I really would.
He said the game against Young Boys, Ronaldo scored that 1 goal. The goal against Villarreal, Ronaldo scored that, giving us 3 points. The goal against Atalanta. So he's saying, and I just looked at it again, like, come to think about it, we really are struggling in Champions League, and it's the easiest group.
Oh, yeah, we're struggling big time. Yeah.
This Adam,
How are we going to go against Villarreal?
It's the easiest group there, bro. It's the easiest group in Champions League. Out of all groups, it's the easiest. It's Young Boys, Villarreal, and Atalanta. There's no Bayern, there's no Barca, there's no Real Madrid, there's no tough Italian team. We're just struggling. Young Boys?
Yeah. Look, we've conceded 17 goals. We have.
7.
We've conceded 17. Yeah.
Bloody hell, mate. So
that's in the Premier League. That's in the Premier League, you know. And then you got Norwich on 26, Newcastle 24. Now, so like this is we're 8th. This is just the Premier League. So you got Norwich 26, Newcastle 24, Villa 20, Watford 19, Leeds, Leicester 18, Burnley 17. Look, we're looking at Brendan Rodgers, and Leicester's conceded 18. Let's get serious here. We're looking at Brendan Rodgers, and he's conceded more than us.
I don't even know why the Brendan Rodgers question is even being looked at. I mean, okay, he's an English manager, and what? So what? I mean, I don't rate him that much. I mean, he's better than Ole, but they're thinking, okay, if he can do what he did with that caliber of players, he could do this with this caliber of players. That's what they're thinking. But does he have? I mean, he does have a technical. I mean, he is a better technical manager than Ole. Let's call it as it. You saw what they did to us when we went there and got destroyed.
Yeah.
You know.
It's I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say. Look,
how many goals have we conceded in the Champions League? Can you see it?
No, I'm on the Premier League.
2 against Young Boys, 2 against Atalanta. That's 4, 6. We've conceded 8 in Champions League. 8 goals in Champions League in 4 games.
I'm just looking at the tackles, Premier League club stats for the tackles. And you got Everton who have made 218 tackles in the Premier League. And then we're all the way at 20th and made 139.
See, look at that.
So that's
what you're telling me. Ole doesn't see this. That Ole doesn't.
But Man City's on 19th at 144. So you got Liverpool 18th, 148.
But they put the ball in the net.
They put the ball in the net. Yeah.
We don't. We concede and can't score. That's the difference. They concede but can score. We can't score goals.
Yeah.
We've conceded. You see, I think a lot of United fans, as the season started, right, with the purchase of Varane, the purchase of Sancho. This is
We've
before
conceded.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Sancho and Varane. A lot of fans had the optimism, like, you know what? We could literally challenge for a title. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Then you add Ronaldo to the mix. Oh, we definitely can challenge for the title.
Well, you look at Chelsea. Chelsea have conceded only 4 goals to our 17.
The whole season, 4?
4 in the Premier League. Yeah.
Wow, that is a
City's
defense, bro.
City's City's conceded 6 and Liverpool's conceded 11.
And we've conceded how many?
17.
That's a leaking defense, bro. That's a
Yeah.
very leaking defense.
And we've got Watford coming up. And
Well, Watford in the league.
Watford have conceded 19, you know, and we've conceded 17. So that's not saying much, is it?
Didn't they? Who is in the Ranieri's there now, right? Ranieri, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be ready for us. He will be ready. Oh, he will be wanting to put one over.
Yeah.
And it's Watford at home. We got Watford away, Chelsea away, Arsenal away. Those are 3 games all in London. Watford is just further out of London, just a little, about 2 miles out of London.
We've had 2 clean sheets.
And what was the score of those games? 0-0 and
Yeah. And 2-0, wasn't it? Was it 2-0? No,
we beat we drew 0-0 Southampton and we beat Wolves 1-0.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's 13th on the table for that stat. Chelsea's the best with 7 clean sheets. Man City 7 clean sheets. Liverpool 6 clean sheets. Arsenal 5 clean sheets.
You see how Arsenal are climbing up the table?
Yeah.
So where's Arsenal on the Premier League table now?
They're 4th, aren't they?
Arsenal? Are you sure? I thought
4th
it was
or
West Ham.
5th. Because aren't we still 6th?
I think it was still 6th.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Right. So as it is, Ole is still there. He will be the man. It looks like he's going to be the manager. His job is safe for now. It looks like he's going to be the manager for the Watford game, which is in not this weekend, another weekend. I think it's the following weekend, the 20-something, right?
Yeah.
He wins the Watford game well away to Chelsea. Can you see him beating Chelsea?
If we can beat Chelsea, no chance, man. We have no chance of beating Chelsea. No chance. I just read you. They got the best defense in the league, and they've conceded less goals than everyone. Yeah.
I could see him doing, soaking out pressure, trying to do soak the defense, soak up, and hit the teams on the break with Radford. I think that's what his plan is to do. That's all he can do. That's all he can do. Because he has no other plan to. He has nothing else to do to offer. It is quite sad. So
yeah,
I'm going to ask you this: we have 3 games. We have Watford, Villarreal, Chelsea. Out of those 3 games, what can United do out of those 3 games? They're all away.
Well, we've got a good away record, don't we? That's the thing. We've got
to a point until Leicester beat us 4-2. So,
but that's what 1 game in 20?
We lost to Premier League. Champions League, we're not doing well
Champions
away.
League.
Exactly.
No. We lost to Young Boys at home, didn't we?
Yes. No, that was away in Young Boys. Young Boys were home.
That was away. So
yes, away.
So and we've got Villarreal
away
coming up away,
and Young Boys home. 2 more games.
Yeah. If he doesn't get out of that group, can you imagine? He doesn't get out of that group. You know, like we've said it before. Ronaldo doesn't want to be playing the Europa League, so No, we're
So
still
we're topping the group, right? Currently.
we are topping the group currently. Yeah,
So to qualify from the group, how many points do we need now as it stands?
I think it wasn't it only 1 point from what I remember. We only need.
That 1 point looks very small, right?
Yeah,
You
I
know
think we
what?
only need.
You know where I'm going with this, right? With last season when we needed one,
Yeah,
1 point and we fluffed all of them. Oh wow.
yeah. Look, we shouldn't be losing to Villarreal, but I mean, I don't know what to say. We shouldn't be in this position. Again, we talk about on paper you look at our side and it's just a shit show, isn't it? Again,
that is what we're saying. That is why fans have lost confidence that with on paper, like I said, is the easy. When we did that, I did the draw live. I still got the video. It was the easiest group. We were praying for such an easy group. I thought we were gonna sweep through that group.
Yeah.
Couldn't, struggling, having to wait last minute to close games out, losing at home, struggling at home. It's like I don't even know what's wrong with them. So that's why the tactics these guys put out, I don't know if it doesn't work. It does not work, because half the time, if you look at the games that even that Ronaldo scoring the goals, we are not playing great football in those games. Well, literally,
we don't have a problem scoring. The problem is we can't defend.
No, we
can't score. We can't score enough goals to counteract the defensive errors. So that's the problem. We've got that much attacking ability, but we just can't defend. And look, I will not cop us people saying that Wan-Bissaka is a great defender, because the fact is we want him as an attacking player. So, and that's the way Ole wants to play. So he doesn't fit into the team. He doesn't fit into Ole's tactics. And this is what Michael Owen was talking about. You've got a player there that you want to play a certain system, but you've got players there that can't fit into the system. So, yeah, it's a tough one to talk about. You got Ole on holidays at the moment. Whether he has been stood down and they just haven't announced it, I don't know. It'll be what says another week to go of international duties, and then we've got Watford. So you can just keep going around in circles talking about this. Where as a United supporter, you don't want to be. I don't expect to win every single game, but it's about the way you go about it. And we're certainly not going about it the right way.
So Watford, Villarreal, Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's if you join the two competitions together, the Premier League and Champions League, 9 points available. How many points do you reckon United are going to get out of those 9?
You don't. We've got players come that are on international break, so they're going to come back, and we're going to go and play. Watford have got players all still training together, so they're still training together. Our players aren't training together. Ours are all on international duty, So it's going to be a shit show when they come back. I cannot see us booting. I can see us probably getting a draw.
At Watford, right?
Yeah, I can see us probably getting a draw at Watford. That's all. It's away from home, is it? Yeah.
All the three games are all away.
That's it. Like Ollie's happy with that. Ollie's happy with a draw. He said that. He said, if we can take a draw away from home and win at home, then he's happy with that. And then we've got Villarreal as well. There's no way we're beating Villarreal. How can you confidently sit here and go, we're going to win this, we're going to win that, and we're going to win that? You can't. You can't confidently say that.
No.
Well, I said we'd beat City, but that was dreaming, man. you know me, like I'm
Yeah, yeah,
United
yeah.
through,
You try
you
to
know,
put positive
I
spin
just
on it.
try and be positive spin,
You
you
try
know,
to,
and
just like many United fans try to
yeah, that's
positively
it. You
try to
know,
be.
I'm the old
Yeah,
school fan who believes
yeah.
United can do well, and I'm
It's a
not going to sit
Manchester
here
derby. It's a Manchester derby, so the guys will be up for it.
But one
We
thing I
just
did say is if a players can't get up for a Manchester derby, then they should hang their head in shame. And they didn't they didn't turn up for a Manchester derby.
right.
And that's a fact. It's a fucking disgrace, you know? And as a fan, you just sit there, sometimes you can know too much. And you can sit there and now watch games. I sit there and watch games and I see holes open up. And look, I'd be worse at the game. I'd be terrible at the game. You know what I mean? It'd be so tough for those loyal fans that go to the game and, you know, they seeing holes everywhere. Like, we're lucky we can turn the TV off. Not that I ever do. But, you know, I mean, they can walk out of the crowd, but they're paying a lot of money to go to these games. And they're turning up week in, week out. And I know a fair few season pass holders. And, you know, I get chatting to these guys, but, you know, that not one of them have ever come up to me or messaged me and said, I want Ollie out. That these guys that go to the game, they support the manager. You know, it's this social media, and I hate it.
Do
I'm
you
on social
think?
media.
Do you think they still think, or like? I mean, I'm still talking to a few fans, and one of said saying we could still win the league title. I'm thinking, yeah, okay, we can still win the league title.
I
What
don't think we can win the
evidence?
league title. No way. No way. Nah. Nah. Well, I don't believe we can win a league title. Well, I believe we can turn
But
it
ask him
around and maybe
on
win
what
an FA Cup.
evidence. I said, on
Yeah.
what evidence?
Yeah,
I
that's it.
said,
Like,
okay. And I broke it down for him. I said,
on paper, you can see it, but when you watch City, Chelsea, you know, and Liverpool, even though Liverpool and West Ham, it's more likely West Ham are going to win the league. You know what I mean? The way they're playing, it's you got to look at it from week to week and look at the results and look at the way these teams are building. We're not building. We're going backward at a fast rate.
yeah.
You know, and it's so disappointing. And I really pity it. Like everyone talks about overseas fans. You should be supporting your local team. And, you know, how can you be a Manchester United fan when you're on the other side of the world? Well, mate, I can tell you now, I've got 250 members of a Manchester United supporters club here in Australia, in Sydney, that get up at 3:00 in the morning and watch games. You know, okay, not all of them probably get up at 3 in the morning and are as mental as me and a few of the other boys that I chat to at that time. But, you know, everyone wants the best for the club at the end of the day.
100%.
Regardless whether you want Ollie out or anything like that.
100%.
But I really do urge people to stop hashtagging Ollie out. It's such a shit hashtag. At least if you're going to hashtag Ollie out, have something else with it. Because it's just garbage. You know, have some foresight and at least go, I want him as a manager, Ollie out. You know, it's such a shit hashtag. Wake up to yourselves.
So you said you're not confident about the Watford game, probably looking at a draw. You're not comfortable with Villarreal away. You're definitely not comfortable with the Chelsea away.
Chelsea game, no way. Yeah. Yeah, you look at the coaches, the managers of all those sides. They're more tactically better than Ollie. And Ollie coaches with fear. He really does. And I'm not surprised. He's at the biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll say it again. It doesn't matter who we get as a manager. A manager at Manchester United has to prove himself to become a legend. He has to prove himself. Otherwise, it's got to a stage now with our fans that you need to move on. It doesn't matter. You got Van Gaal wins FA Cup. See you later. You know, Mourinho, he's one of the biggest toss bags I've ever seen at United as a manager. He wins us Europa League and he wins us what? League Cup. Yeah, he wins us that. But he was still handed his ass, you know, because he was bagging out players and people didn't like his style of play. You know, and it was a stranglehold. You know, I never supported him.
And this guy.
And now Ollie, I can't separate My biggest problem, and I'll be open about it, is separating Ollie the player to Ollie the manager. You know, it's something.
I can't separate it, bro.
Yeah, I
Me.
know, and a lot of people can. You know, it just. I will not sit here and go Ollie out. I just will not do it. As much as I think he's tactically inept and he's learning on the job. You know, McKenna, who's just a youth league coach, and you've got Carrick, who literally 3 months into a job. Well, what are we? 3 months into a job, and he's an assistant manager. Come on, man. You know, and then you got Mike Phelan, who I know for a fact is when he did sign on with Ollie, he said he doesn't want to be on the training ground. So he's just a match day fan. You know, he just wants to help out with the game. He doesn't want to do any of the training stuff. He just wants to turn up to a game and, you know, he was at Central Coast Mariners, you know, trying to get Usain Bolt to sign for Central Coast Mariners. Like, give me a break, man. You know, and that's the truth. You know, people may not know that. You know, Central Coast Mariners in Australia were looking to sign Usain Bolt. You know, and that was because of him, Mike Phelan. So it's, and then you've got the player. Then you've got. So
was Usain Bolt going to be running down the wings?
Yeah, yeah, and then you got, you know, the shit show up in the board. So it's massive issues from top to bottom. You know. And Ollie's there, yes, man. So, and then you can't say Ollie hasn't been back because he's spent a lot of money, and we've spent a lot of money over the. Yeah,
Sancho 2 years, 75 million, blah blah blah. Maybe you know what? Someone did spin something like that. Maybe Ole didn't expect to get the players that he now finally got. That
regardless, he's still got the players, and he needs to.
No, that you know that every time he said he wanted these players, and 90% of the time they never got them. So this season, he probably didn't expect them to get them. So he was like, "Oh, I have an excuse. Like I wanted these, I didn't get them. Now he has them. He don't know what to do with them. See what I mean?"
Well, that's where everyone's saying Ollie's taken them as far as he can. So
yeah, I think he has.
And I agree with that. I agree. I really believe Ollie's taken them as far as he has. You know. You know, I'm such a fence sitter with this. You know, I don't want Ollie to kill his legacy, and that's what he's doing.
I don't. You see, this is where I draw my line. We saw last season. It was all individual. Rashford, Pogba, Bruno, getting us out of trouble. Now those individual guys they can't pull it off because other teams have gotten better, right? Yeah. Now
he's still playing like Fred and McTominay. Like you can't just keep doing that.
So look at that again. Even though you're playing defensive, you're playing two players doing one job, sitting in front of the back four, and still conceding goals with the two guys defending in front of the back four. So what purpose did they serve? Because they're still not even doing the defensive duties and we're still conceding goals. That was the same thing last season. Yes, we won games. Cavani was scoring goals with 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 3-2. But this season, teams have gotten better. We got better players, but we have gone backwards with the same, because it's like teams know how we play now. That's the solution. Teams know how we play. They know we sit back, even at home, and try and do counter. So what they do, they just block all the channels for
they just high press, don't they?
Yeah.
All the teams that can play well with a high press.
Yeah.
It's going to screw us over every time because we don't know how to play out. No, and we can't play out.
No,
we cannot play out with the blokes that we've got in the back.
No, that's
but Maguire's inept. He's so so poor technically. It blows me away with Maguire.
You see, when he was at Leicester, right? Because he was a team that wasn't in the limelight, he could get away with a lot. But when you're
before Leicester, he was with two relegated teams.
Yeah, Hull City and
Yeah. So, and but you look at when Maguire came to us. Oh, did Leicester win the league the year after when Maguire came to us? I think they did. Yeah.
It's Maguire, Leicester won the league before he joined them. When he joined them, the season he joined them, they struggled and conceded more goals.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So he didn't improve Leicester.
No.
And
but now he's the captain of Manchester United.
Yeah. So that's
where I do have a problem with Ole. The decisions look, don't get me wrong on this podcast. I do have a massive issue with Ole. I do. I have a huge issue with him.
Yeah, you just can't separate the manager, the legend.
I just can't say Ole out. I can't say that. I just can't say that. But I do have a massive issue with him. You know what I mean? I just can't say that. Just my heart is United through and through.
Oh, without it.
And I just can't sit here and go, I want him like Bems. I can't go, Ole's out. He's a disgrace. And the other side of me is probably if Ole does turn it around, and we start coming good and everything like that, I can turn around and go, well, I told you he'll come good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would love that.
Like
the Leicester game that was the straw that brought the camels back. The Leicester game, 4-2 away. That done me. For him to play an injured guy over a fully fit Bailly, I thought, you know what? I'm done. I don't
even know if Maguire played this morning, did he? For England.
I don't watch it. I barely watch international games.
Yeah, I'm not even sure about that. Yeah.
Then, so I was done with the Leicester game. Then come Liverpool game. So I was now double done. Then Tottenham game.
Oh, they haven't played yet. They played 6:45.
Then the Man City game.
England play Albania,
yeah. The Man City
they
game.
They haven't played yet.
Man City game. Overdone.
Yeah.
So you said Watford, Villarreal, Chelsea, 9 points available. You don't even know where the points are going to come from in any of those games.
No, I can't. I just can't see it. I can't see it, especially first game back. First game back, we've got all our international players away. They've done nothing together. At the moment, they look like a team that haven't played together before.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be worse when they come back. You know, Ollie's away. He's at home. You know, and he's away, and we don't even know whether he's been sacked because this is what our club's like. Our club maybe have sacked him, but just are looking for someone at the moment or negotiating for someone at the moment
to announce
to actually announce it. You know what I mean? So they might be finalising this contract for this coach or manager that we're bringing in, and we don't know that because they're so secretive with everything that happens up the top with Manchester United. But then there's always media out looking for people coming into Carrington. So who knows, mate? It's just one thing I do know is it's just, what are we since Fergie's gone now? We're nearly 10 years or 9 years since Fergie's been gone.
Mate.
9 years since Fergie's been gone.
Yeah,
and I didn't think it would get like this. That's for sure.
So
I
the
did
funny
not
thing
expect this.
You know, Moyes won a Community Shield.
Yeah,
he won a Community Shield.
So that year, the Moyes came in. They came to Australia. So they came to Sydney. You know, on their pre-season tour. So you know, and I've always said, like they always struggle. I think Fergie came. Well, Fergie didn't come, but the rest of the team did in. Or was it 99, 2000? They came to Australia, and did they win it in 2000, 2001?
They won
the league.
They won the league 2000, 2001. Yes.
Yeah, you know they won the league then, and then So we've been lucky. We've had them come here a few times.
Right. Even didn't they come 2 years ago before lockdown?
Yeah, they came 2 years ago in Perth. Yeah. Yep.
I saw them play a few.
Yeah, they played Leeds and Perth Glory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you go to those games?
Yeah, I went to both games. I spent the 10 days with United. Yeah, it was awesome. The day they arrived was the day I arrived. Day they left, day I left. So it was really good. We got a lot of time with the players and everything like that at the hotel, and
Nice.
you knew what time they were going to come back from training and stuff like that, and so you got to go to the hotel and meet the players. Get a lot of signings and stuff like that. It was a really top tour. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It was
Well,
good.
Adam, it's been an absolute pleasure again. From all indications, we don't know where Ole is. We know he's on holiday. Is he going to be sacked? Is he going to be told to continue? But from what we hear,
Is he already sacked?
he might. But from what Man United are saying, he's still the manager of Man United and will probably be the manager against Watford. So we'll just have to wait to see. If there's any breaking news, we will be there to provide that news and probably, look forward to the future. But we just can't continue like this, bro. We just can't. The season can't just end in November just like that. It just can't. This season
It's
brought a lot.
It's gonna be bad as well because we've got a World Cup next year.
Oh, yeah.
So
and the season is going to be disrupted because the season will
they
stop.
brought out the dates the other day.
Yeah, the season will stop in August and resume back on Boxing Day.
That's
so there's
right.
going to be 2 months out.
Yeah.
Ah, boy. So Adam, mate, another good day, another pleasure. Great to hear from you again, bro.
You look, you just got to stay positive. Just try and stay positive.
I try.
And try not to bring you down. Look, you know what I do in this cave? I always turn on YouTube and I turn on games from the 90s, the 2000s, and I love watching. Look, we're Highlight FC. You know what I mean? And it always brings me back.
I think that, I want United to do well so much. I want to be in that mix. I want to be, watching them play Chelsea and teams scared of us, we're scared not to lose United. But every team we play, we're always second best. It could be Europe. It could be, it's like, why? Every team, even in the Carabao Cup? Really, bro? Come on. Have we dominated any team this season? Take away the Leeds game. Other than that, nothing.
Tottenham.
Okay, Tottenham. So we played.
But I think Tottenham were going through massive issues as well. So
yeah. And what did they do after that game?
Yep. Yeah.
Cut the manager. Well, Adam, United, I've tried to be positive. I really do try. But I've just, like I said, the Leicester game did it for me, Ole out. And I'm not turning back. I just can't turn around because I just want the football to be better. When he not even said Sancho's a wing back, I said, I'm even more done. I'm so much done now.
You look to the player to your right hand side there, Roy Keane, holding that
FA Cup 2004.
The poor bloke, mate. Like he's enduring it all the time. You can imagine he can't say what he really wants to say.
Yes,
you know what I mean. And
I think for him to say that what he said on Saturday, I think he could see that. You know what?
The fans are having a go at him. You saw he's signing signatures there, and a fan's gone up and had a go at him.
What did the fans say to him?
They didn't really say. He was like saying, "Oh, you've had a couple of drinks. You've had a couple of drinks now. You're having a go at me about the problems here at the club." And I think he was just saying, Roy Keane isn't supporting the club, which is the biggest load of shit ever. Roy Keane wants the best for Manchester United, and some fans really need to pull their heads in.
11 years.
Everyone that's played for United, all the fans around the world, all want to see United succeed. We're just in a real stranglehold again, and it's
I think he's taken us as far as he can go. That's all I just think he's done. I can't see him take. His inability. He's handicapped technically to go further. That's what I have to say.
He is, and you can see that. Look, the bloke's aged that much. in the last 2.5 years he's been at United.
Oh yeah.
Mate, it's incredible. The amount of pressure that is on that bloke
Oh yeah.
is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
How much pressure is on that
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
And I'll give him credit, he doesn't want to pull the trigger on himself, but really you've got to do what's right for Manchester United. It's not right for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or right for Bruno or right for Ronaldo. It's right for this
Manchester
badge.
United.
It's right for Manchester United.
Yep.
And at this stage, and it's like you said, you need proof to see where he's going to go. If he wins the next 10 in a row, everyone's going to say, but how can he win? If he wins the next 5, let's say 5 or 6 in a row, everyone's going to come out and say, well, it's just covering up
5 in a row will mean beating Chelsea, beating Arsenal, then he will be closer up to
but
the
he can't
table.
win. He can't win. He can't win because they'll just say, oh, those ones are just covering up the patches. They're covering up the holes. So the guy can't win unless he wins a trophy. No, he can't win. so yeah, he can't win he can't win no matter what he does, Ollie. If he wins, Ronaldo gets the credit. If we lose, he gets blamed. So, he's never been tactically right to fans. Well, to most fans, he's never been tactically right. So I don't know how the bloke can endure the pressure. It's just.
Well, you see, last season there were no fans in the stadiums.
Yeah.
This season is worse. The pressure's more. You saw them. They're booing United. They're actually booing us off at half time. They're getting booed, and he must hear it. He can hear it.
Look, the other one that's pissing me off is seeing fans like Liverpool and Man City singing "Ollie at the wheel." Like that's demoralising, man. That is humiliating. That's
what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's why I said I'm done.
That is just humiliating in itself. This is Old Trafford. This is Old Trafford, and it's not a fortress anymore. And we've got these wankers turning up to these games,
that's
absolutely putting shit on our manager. It's an absolute disgrace. You know what I mean? Like,
even
it's not acceptable.
Even West Ham fans were saying Ole's at the wheel.
Yeah.
What can I say?
They're coming to our ground just humiliating our club.
And
there's got so much history.
Oh,
and I beg anyone to look back at our history and read up on our history, because that is our club. And people can't accept that. As a United fan, if you look back on our history for our club, it's amazing. It is such an amazing place. It is. That's this place here.
Theatre of Dreams is now become a horror show. It's just literally
it has,
horror
and
show.
it's sad. It is. It's I've got Nobby Styles in the back there, center of my ground. I've got George Best to the left hand side of him. And
right.
Just
you see these
Best, Lord Charlton.
Best, Robson, Cantona,
the
Beckham,
Magnificent
Ronaldo, Magnificent Seven, 2003 title, 2009 title, 2003 title. You see, these all winners, all winners. I want this. I would love to see this, but I don't know if I'll see it again. I don't know if I'll see it.
It's not even about being winners, like it's not even
Playing
about that.
football.
We go
football.
playing good football, we came back from Munich. We come from Munich and we never gave up. We never gave up. We in one of the programs, it says United will never give up. And it's like we're giving up now. It's City, we definitely gave up. Like, it's
they
embarrassing.
said
We've had some
game
bad
was
losses.
over before it started.
Like, there's plenty of historians out there, Manchester United historians, that have seen way more than what I know nothing compared to some of the people I know. I know nothing. Probably sometimes I bluff my way through it, and I've got that many programs that I read and stuff like that. And, you go back to United's youth and stuff like that. And this week I picked up the Youth Cup magazine from 1992, and you look at that side and you look at the players that have come through there, and you're bringing them through, and we're still doing that. We're a proud club for bringing our youth through. but we're going through a tough time, and we do want wins on the board, you know. And yeah, it's you can go on forever.
Yes, mate. That's why I said I made it clear not to give myself any high blood pressure anymore.
Yeah. Look, here's one for you. Magazine I picked up with. He's a player that failed at United. You know,
Falcao.
Falcao. You know, we all expected him to do really well. You know, but yeah, it became a shit show with him, didn't it? You know, like, and that's just next to me. What else have we got there?
Do you remember these guys who came back?
Mate, do I ever?
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. And then we bring in someone like this 2 years later. Not 2 years later. 2 years ago. What was it? 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
That's a mess.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's it. This is the problem there. You know? See, this was my hero. That was my hero.
Yeah.
Brian Robson, 1990 FA Cup final against Crystal Palace.
Yeah. I love it. And yeah, the hardest thing, I only spoke about that game this week, you know. You go back and you can get on YouTube and you can watch the second game where, you know, where we scored the winner.
Lee Martin.
Lee Martin. I still remember Wallace to Webb, Webb to Wallace. Cross goes in, you know, Lee Martin on the back post, you know. He scored the goal and started cramping up. You know what I mean? But he kept going. He didn't want to show the manager that he was cramping up, you know?
Nope.
And if you watch the first game, 3-3, you know? You got a bloke like
we were down 3-1.
Yeah. No, Ian Wright got him, but not in the first game. In the first game, Ian Wright, we were up. We were up. Ian Wright came in and scored 2. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think
because
so.
It was 1-1. Ian Wright comes in extra time, scores 2.
Oh, yeah.
Hughes and Robson pull it back.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And takes it to a replay.
Yeah.
Jim Leighton was his last game. Jim Leighton.
Yeah. The calls like that. Calls like that where Fergie's just gone, well, Jim Leighton
dropped him. And he dropped him.
You know, have you seen that from Ole? No. Because he's playing with fear. He's managing with fear.
He can't do that.
You know, he can't get away
Jim
from
Leighton was with Alex at Aberdeen.
Yeah.
The guy was a broken man that day. Alex had to drop him. Like, listen, I need to win a trophy. Yeah. And Alex, that was the season he was about to be fired.
Yeah.
He did what was best for the club, not his own personal feelings. He said, you know, Jim, and Jim, I don't think Jim Leighton ever played a game after that for United. Remember? No, I don't think he did. Do you remember that game, that Champions League where Porto played United, and Tim Howard dropped that ball at the last minute?
Yeah.
Tim Howard was done.
Yeah.
Ferguson never forgave him because we were about to go to the semi-finals.
Well, Tim Howard was actually on the Manchester United podcast. I think it was the last one or the one before that. Oh, no, Rio Ferdinand was the last one. Yeah, Tim Howard was on the one before that. A really good listen. But yeah, he's got to make big. He's got to pull McTominay and Fred. He's got to bench Fred, but he won't. So he won't make those big decisions. So,
that's why I said he's got.
But in saying that, you can see why, because their defense is so shit. So,
but
again, we're going around in circles again.
So this is my question, Adam. Our defense is shit. You have 2 guys defending, and still the defense is still shit. So what's the purpose? What is the purpose they serve? And we're still conceding goals. So what is their purpose? Because they're not doing the job defending. They're still not. So that's
Fred's still learning. So Fred's still learning his position.
That's why I said you've got to go, mate. Ole does.
Look, if a new manager comes in, does Fred start?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
So
none of those 2 will make Everton starting lineup. Trust me, they won't.
In our backline, how many players would start for another team?
Varane.
Say the top 4, top 5.
Varane only.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. And that says a lot.
Yeah.
Maguire, hell no. Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, who can't cross the ball. No. So
Yeah.
that's so. If you look at half of the team won't get into a Chelsea, Liverpool, City team. That shows where we are. And
Yeah, this is my point. This is my point. Like, so we look at Liverpool and you got Trent Alexander, right? Everyone claims that he can't defend. Okay, he can't defend. That's the stigma with him. He can't defend, but yet they still play him there because they want to play an attacking style of football, and he whips in nice crosses. Look at the free kick he scored against West Ham. You know what I mean? So, well, Ollie hasn't even got the balls to go and throw Delo in there, or even drop Sancho back into that wing back position, or something like that. So, what chance have you got?
Adam, that is the reason why I'm Ole out.
I know. I get it. I do get it. I 100%
I
get
had
it.
to, for my sanity. I had to. He's got to go. He's got to go.
I get it. I 100% get it.
But you're still not Ole out.
I just can't say it. Yeah. I just can't say it. I totally get it. I just can't say it.
Say it when no one's looking. Say it to yourself when no one's watching. Like when you're in your quiet time, when you're driving by yourself, Ole out, Ole out, Ole out, got to go.
I say it in my head. I just can't.
If this shit show continues, I think you come out on the podcast and say, Ole's got to go. Remember, Joe?
I think Ollie's got to go. I think he's got to go, but I'm not going to verbally just go Ollie out.
Joe,
I think he's got to go.
You remember Joe? He's the Red Army Joe.
Yeah.
He was always.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
After the Liverpool game.
Yeah. That's it. Mate, I wish I was. I wish I was an easy flight to Houston. I'll tell you, because I'd love to be in the bar with you.
Yeah, you see, Chris. Chris has said, he cannot see Ole leaving to end of the season. That there's no point in us stressing. He says he can see Ole being there to May.
Yeah,
and that's where Bems. Bems has disconnected Ole from last season.
Bems and poor bloke can't even turn up to the members now. To the
there
members
you go.
Club.
So yeah, we'll be. I'll try and get something this weekend. I'm trying to put a Premiership thing together, but I'll see. I'll let you know.
No worries.
All right, buddy. I'll catch you. You take care. How your daughters? How does the training? All good?
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, they start outdoor training next week, which is good. I mean, they go to a sports school anyway, so they're still training at school. Nice. My daughter's in Australia. We've got my daughter's in year 12, which is the end of school, end of high school. Right. So she's doing we've got a thing called the HSC, High School Certificate. Right. So she's doing that at the moment, which is a big thing. At the moment with futsal, indoor soccer, they've just cancelled our nationals, which is really disappointing for my youngest daughter. Right. So at the moment, look, we're at a good club now, and they're trying to look for other avenues for her to play over January. Right. Queensland could shut their borders at any time. Still,
oh wow,
they got the lady that runs the state up there. She's a bit. As soon as they get one case up there, like they've only got 2 cases, but they'll shut. Yeah, they only got 2 cases, and they don't want anyone in. So it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to the rest of the world. Like the UK is getting 200,000 a week, and they're open, but we get 2 cases, and we shut from New South Wales to Queensland. So yeah, it's crazy. It's embarrassing. Yeah.
All right, matey. We shall be in. Hopefully, I'll get this global one, this Premiership one this weekend. It might be early next week or Sunday, but I'll let you know, brother.
No worries.
You take care, brother. From us,
too.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll be speaking to Adam from Australia. We talk about Ole, why he's still at the job, how he's still at the job, why he hasn't been sacked. He's still at the will, according to United's board. But the fans are slightly divided. As you can see, Adam can't say Ole out. I can. So we're still divided. I'm Ole out. Adam is Ole. Is Ole in the middle. So let's leave it as Ole in the middle.
I can say Ole needs to go, but I just can't say Ole out.
It's okay, brother. It's okay. I get it. All right, bro. I'll catch you soon, bro.
See you later.
All right.
Enjoy. Be safe. Bye.